Hello, and let me show you chesstop.com, my new chess server, and all the update or recent updates I've done to this chess server. So first and foremost, I'm going to log in. Okay. And it is free to sign up. You could also log in as a guest. And we have our avatar right here. I'm going to change it up to something cool. I like that one. Anyway, this is the main lobby. You have your players list on the right hand side, and I have created some bots that you could actually play and challenge. So you can right click, invite to game, and then you can actually play them. You can sit white or black, really doesn't matter. And as soon as you sit down, the bot will sit on the opposite side, and then you can actually play this bot. Okay, and this is a 2300 rated bot. We do have other rating or rated bots right here in the players list. All you have to do is right click and invite to game. You could also send somebody a message here. So let's do hi. So if I do that at the very bottom right side of the table or lobby will have a notification, and that's where all the invitation for new games will come and appear there. Okay, we have our lobby. We can actually talk here, and then we have our options. Okay, so sound, board, some game rules and stuff, and not that exciting. But what I'm excited about, I just installed this new feature, the puzzles feature, which you can click on, and it will show you a table with the puzzles that you can solve and go through. At the very top, you have your rating, and if you solve more puzzles, you'll get more rating, and then the puzzles will get harder because you have a difficulty range and slider right here that will show rated puzzles 100 below your rating, above and below. Or you could do custom range puzzles. You can do from 2024 to 2400, or you could change it to whatever you like. Okay. Now you can also from the drop down menu select opening, mid game, or end game. So if you want to practice only openings, it will show you only openings puzzles. Okay. And then, oh, I got it wrong. So that wasn't the move. Apparently the solution was check, and that's the solution. Okay. Now let's say at this position, I'm stuck. I could actually ask an AI agent to help us out. The very first response is very broad, probably not that helpful. As you click Ask AI, it will narrow it down for you and give you more subtle clues. And then eventually it will give you more of a hint if you still can't solve it. Okay, so now I'm going to click it again. So now it's going to basically give me the biggest hint. There is a fork motive available. Can you spot it basically? Okay, so there's a fork somewhere. And then if I need to click on the solution or hint, okay, saying I got it wrong because I clicked on the solution. And then obviously I lose some rating points. So it will show that also, that rating over here in players information. So if I just select my name and click on it, and there's some stats right there for you. Okay. And then now let's go back, or actually let's check out the profile. There's 3 tabs here. Okay. Tab number 1, it's all the games that you played against other people. You can analyze those games. Okay. Tab number 2 has your stats and a graph and how you doing over time. And then it also has your puzzle stats. You can see how many puzzles that you missed and won. And then chess.com, I thought I'd add that in there because it's pretty cool to kind of like analyze from a different database of games. And you could actually select any player you like. So I'm choosing Hikaru. And then it's going to load his 30 most recent games. And then you could click Analyze. And you could do this for anybody. And then you can analyze the game. And this is what it looks like. There's a lot here. However, I feel like this is all kind of necessary and beneficial. At the very left right here has 20 best moves. Basically has all the moves that were either good or bad, or missed, or mistakes. And then how did this player play like? Their accuracy. Okay, so this player played like a 3,000 rated level player. And then Hikaru here did really well, 3,400 rated player. And then he had no blunders or 0 blunders. Okay, some information about the game. Okay, and then now let's see, you can actually click on these and it'll show you where the blunder is at. And honestly, at this level of chess, nobody knows why a certain move it's bad or good. So for that reason, I did put an AI button here, and then you can actually use that AI as a coach to tell you why potentially this is a bad move or a good move, and then give you the alternative and a line of moves, consecutive moves. Okay, so F5 was a bad move. Apparently, the bot thinks, or the AI thinks, that's a vulnerability at some point. Okay, so that's why it wasn't a good idea to push that. See? So here, black pushed a pawn, and at some point that's a vulnerability. And that's what the AI thinks. So the AI really liked the idea pushing the king back here. Okay? Or, let's see, or doing this. The bot really likes or Stockfish likes the bishop to a2. A drawish game, basically. However, the engine doesn't think that. It gives a small advantage to white after that pushing the pawn. There's a lot here. You could actually email the history of the moves to yourself. By clicking that, I'll send an email of all the moves to you. You disable the engine or enable it. And then now let's go back. Let's go back. So yeah, these are all the new features I actually did. I think it's pretty cool. You know, you could create a table, and then you can actually select a range of players that can sit down and play you. So if you don't want to play a 2600, you could set that range, or someone that's 1800. You know, let's say you want to play someone stronger, you could set that range. They can come and watch you, but they cannot join or sit down, join the seat or sit down. So you'll be able to sit, somebody else in that range will be able to sit, but someone outside of that range will not be able to sit. And the host of the table, since you created the table, will have that feature opened or available. How nobody else in the spectators list down here will have that. Let's say you leave the table and somebody else will automatically become the host of the table, and then they'll have that feature enabled right away. And then they can set the range for that table. Or if you want to just leave it unchecked so anybody can join and sit down, that's fine too. Okay, and so I'm gonna make the table a little bit bigger. That's what it looks like. Yeah. Okay. Let me know. Thank you so much for watching.